Mr. Kukreja, one thing now it seems can be established, that the national capital cannot even absorb or take one heavy downpour.
Preeti, you're absolutely correct. And the images that one is seeing on the TV right now on your channel, it's become sort of a every year annual seasonal affair that we see. It's a pity that a couple of months back we were discussing on your channel the scarcity of water in the city, and today it's waterlogging that is causing a havoc in the city. So I think there is something systematically wrong in the way planning is being done, in the way projects are executed, and most importantly, the way things are maintained. We all understand that logically desilting of drains needs to happen at the right time before monsoons. And we all debate this every year, why it is not done. Similarly, roads full of potholes, open drains. You've just shared the story of a young mother and child drowning in it. How many more stories there must be of people who've suffered accidents, bikes getting tripped, people falling, associated diseases, dengue and others to follow. So it's not just the water logging and when the water recedes, but it's also the associated calamities that follow because of this problem. And you know, this is being discussed year after year, but no remedy is coming forward. The solutions are there. Our city's topography, by the way, from the Aravali Hills to the river Yamuna, we have a fantastic flow of water naturally created in this city. The subsoil conditions of our city are so good that water can percolate quickly. But what we are doing is concretizing everywhere. The soft soil is not being left anywhere. So this kind of urban development in the name of, development per se, or making it a developed nation is not the answer. The images we are seeing on your screen are not what a capital of a third largest economy, a nation which is becoming fast developed in the category of a developed country, Viksit Bharat. These are not the images we want to share. Well, so I think there needs to be, this needs to be looked at the systemic, political, as well as administrative level.
Well, it's capital punishment, and literally so for some of the citizens of the national capital. But cutting across to Anmol Panwar from the Aam Aadmi Party. Anmol Panwar, you know what I would reckon the citizens of this country are getting rather sick of is the blame game. Let's just take the example of the mother and the little child that drowned in a drain yesterday. You say, which is the Aam Aadmi Party, it is the DDA's fault. The DDA says part of it is with the MCD. The BJP says you cannot govern anymore. You say all powers are literally with the BJP. Anmol Panwar, if you say you cannot sack an MCD employee because the powers lie, as per you, with the central government, if you say none of the bureaucracy actually listens to you and it is the BJP calling the shots, then why shouldn't just the citizens of the country, instead of, or Delhi, listening to these excuses, vote in the BJP?
The fact is that it might seem like accusations and counter-accusations to you, but for us, it's a fight for the people of Delhi, because their rights have been snatched away by the central government. A country, a state is governed by the constitution, not by whims and fancies of anyone. The Honorable Supreme Court Constitution Bench, 5-judge Constitution Bench, unequivocally decreed. And let me quote from what they said. They said that the Legislative Assembly of Delhi embodies the principle of representative democracy. And Delhi Assembly is given powers to legislate, to represent the will of the people. And they further says that if the officers stop reporting to the ministers or do not abide by their directions, the principle of collective responsibility is effective. If services are excluded from legislative and executive domain, the minister would be excluded from controlling the civil servants who are to implement the executive decisions. And if the officers feel they are insulated from the control of government, it will dilute accountability and affect the governance. And this is what is happening today. The Lieutenant Governor, all the officials, whether from PWD, whether from MCD, whether from DJB, they report directly to the Lieutenant Governor. They didn't attend the meeting, which was called by the Honorable Delhi Minister, Mr. Saurabh Bhardwaj. 7 meetings were called since February 2024. An incorrect report was given on 24th of June, when the minister wrote to the Ministry of Home Affairs stating that the Chief Secretary, Mr. Naresh Kumar, is not providing the report, desilting report. And when it was verified by the residents, we got to know that the information was incorrect. Now, they are directly responsible
Okay.
for betraying the trust of people of Delhi
All
and
right. But,
not
you know,
letting an
but,
elected
okay, Mr.
government
Panwar,
work.
as I bring in Ajay Alok, I would reckon collectively...
I have one more point.
Make quickly, sir.
Delhi's existing drainage system is 48 years old. It was devised in 1976 and it can handle around 50 mm of rainfall. The drainage system is not able to handle any intense rainfall. And it was way back in 2009 that the then LG, Mr. Tejinder Khanna, he directed the civic authorities to devise a plan.
Okay.
It was in 2012, it was sent to the IIT and the report came in 2018. But that report was made keeping in mind the population of Delhi at that time, which was 60 lakh.
Okay.
And now we have more than 2.5 crore people living in Delhi.
All right, but Anmol Panwar, try giving this
10
detailed
seconds.
explanation to the parents
10
of the 3
seconds.
children that drowned
Ma'am,
in
10
a
seconds.
basement, or the husband and the family members of the woman and that young boy that drowned in a drain. Because ultimately, in this mudslinging and the slugfest between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party, the collective collateral is the citizens of the national capital.